Welcome back to the Traveling Foodies. I'm in sunny Palm Springs, California, touring and reviewing the Palm Springs Hotel. I stayed here during Coachella 2026, and by the end of this video, you'll know if it's worth booking for next festival season or if you're just visiting the city and want a nice and cozy place to stay. The Palm Springs Hotel is located at 2135 North Palm Canyon Drive, Palm Springs, California, 92262. Relative to the festival, it's about 25 miles or a 40-minute drive from the Empire Polo Club. But don't worry, the closest shuttle stop is the Hilton Palm Springs, which is just 7 minutes away. When you arrive at the Palm Springs Hotel, don't expect valets or bell stand. You walk up from Palm Canyon Drive, type in the code at the front call box, and you're in. Once your access is granted to the property, you enter the hotel's main lobby. With no check-in lines or the hustle and bustle of a major hotel chain, the lobby is quiet and curated with that signature sleek Palm Springs mid-century design. You get the feeling that you've slipped into Palm Springs' best-kept secret. In the lobby, there's a small check-in desk. You already know what happens there. There's also a selection of wines and other non-alcoholic beverages that guests can order and have charged to their room. Once you exit the lobby, you step into the hotel's main courtyard, which boasts the majority of the property's amenities. The first thing you notice are the bright orange color accents of the pool chairs and the table umbrellas. The centerpiece of the courtyard is a decently sized pool, which reaches depths of 9 feet. This stood out because the typical hotel pool usually goes up to 5 feet. And right there next to the pool is the jacuzzi, quiet, curated, and made for relaxing after a day in the desert sun. Just steps from the jacuzzi, a fire pit sits at the center of a circle of designer lounge chairs, made for the desert night and late conversations. And just beyond that, there's another fire pit. This one's smaller and more private. This one's for the nightcaps and the conversations you don't want to share. Before we move on, here's another shot of the entire courtyard. Framing the courtyard, your suite and the others are tucked quietly along the perimeter, low slung, private, and designed so every room opens straight to the water and fire. I stayed in room 103, a king suite dressed in quiet luxury. Think crisp linens, mid-century lines, and a layout that feels more like a private residence than a hotel room. Inside, a plush king bed anchors the room, layered, cloud-like, and impossible not to fall into. Just beside it, a sculptural mid-century chair in rich leather waits like it was chosen by an architect and not a decorator. Adjacent to the bed is a desk and chair where one could possibly eat or do some work. Mounted above the desk is a 48-inch Samsung TV equipped with cable, satellite, and all the streaming apps you could ever need. Tucked in the far corner of the room, there's a vanity mirror and countertop where the ladies can get ready and do their makeup. The bathroom is simple: a toilet, a rainfall shower, and a sink. Now let's talk about some pros and cons of the Palm Springs Hotel, starting with the pros. First, this isn't a major hotel chain, and that's the point. Fewer rooms mean more attention. You get silence, privacy, and a space to actually exhale. No front desk lines, no elevators packed with luggage, just your suite, the courtyard, and the desert. Another pro is that downtown Palm Springs is just 5 minutes away. There you can hit some local restaurants, see some public art, and then come back to the hotel for some relaxation, peace, and quiet. Now let's talk about the cons. If you need a 24-hour gym or room service at 2 a.m., this isn't your place. There's no spa menu or on-site dining. The hotel does one thing: privacy, and it does it without apology. Another con is if you plan on staying here for festival season, it's not close to the festival grounds. You'll need to use rideshare, hire a private driver, or find the nearest shuttle stop to be able to get to and from the festival. Let's talk numbers. For my 2-night stay at the Palm Springs Hotel during weekend 2 of Coachella 2026, I paid $1,011. A little steep, but that's to be expected during festival season. My final rating of the Palm Springs Hotel is 4 out of 5 stars. It loses a star for no on-site dining and the distance from the festival grounds. However, it earns the other 4 stars for doing something much harder, making silence feel like the main amenity. So tell me, have you ever stayed or would you ever stay at the Palm Springs Hotel? Let me know down in the comments. And if this is your first time here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share so everyone can see what the Traveling Foodies do. Traveling Foodies out.
Perfect.